Okay. Hi, this is Mahesh Kosuri. Here we are going to discuss of SAP SAC Analytics Cloud. Okay, in my previous video, that is part 9, we have seen one planning scenario by using the script. Right, let me open that one. This is what we have discussed. Here, what we have done, we have taken the order quantity and we have taken the unit cost. These two we have multiplied each other and we are posting to the total order cost. That's what we have seen in this report, right? Here you see the values are here. Now let us improve our script. What is the improvement of this logic script or advanced formula script? See here in the script, what we have done with this combination, with the result lookup. Yeah, here you see estimated function scope. If you place your mouse over, it will show you what are the dimensions we have restricted in this result lookup function and how many dimensions not restricted. Four dimensions not restricted. So these are the four dimensions are there, right? So the same thing if you mouse over the result lookup of the second function, here six dimensions not restricted. Okay. Six dimensions not restricted. Here, if you go data, here also you are seeing six dimensions not restricted. So here it is showing what is the function scope, estimated function scope it is showing. So some dimensions we have not restricted, right? So what is happening in this script? It is taking the entire data set with this combination. Whatever the combination, if you say CFA order quantity, with this combination, this result lookup not restricted with any other dimensions. So six dimensions not restricted here. With those six dimensions, whatever the combination of those records are there, it will pick with this CFA and order quantity. But in general, in any planning scenario, these kind of calculations, what we do, some access level we will maintain. Access level in the sense user level or planner levels, we will run this kind of applications. I mean, we run this kind of logic scripts. User level or planner level in the sense, suppose in our model we have region, right? IND, UK, USA, three regions we have maintained. Generally, this planning, this calculation, this large script will run for each region by the each regional owner. Assume that this region is having one owner, and UK region is having another owner, and USA region is having another owner. So they should be able to run this logic script for their region, so that what happens, we can reduce the number of records to be processed in this calculation. In fact, uh, in our application, do we have these records? No. Okay, I will show here itself. Okay, in this application, say suppose USA, for USA record, these brand variants are four variants and sub regions are four. Yeah, each region is having two customers. Sub region is having two customers, one region, and four variants. 4 to 8, 8 to 16 records, almost 19 records, 16 records, and Periods are almost 12. 172 records for each variant. We are seeing the 172 records almost. So what happens? 172 into 3 regions, if you take almost to 300 and something, right? So 371 records will be processed whenever you run this application. This is the small data set I have taken, but in the real time, generally you see large number of data set, right? So if we do not filter our script while running, then definitely that will make the performance issue. That's why always it is better to define your scope of data to be processed in the calculation. So scope of data here we need to define. Okay, this script should run only for one particular region, suppose. Okay, like that also we can build. So what we do here I'm giving one keyword member set. Once you type mem, then it will show you the available keyword member set, and you can see the help menu also. Here it is showing member set d dimension member name. Member set example it is giving. This is the syntax you can use, right? When the dimension is the time dimension, member scope can be defined using the two keyword, for example. Okay, this is fine. So here you can see the help menu from the member set for the member set. So here I'm defining the scope actually. Scope in the sense I want to run this script only for particular region. I don't want to run for all the regions. That's what I'm trying to do here. So here I am adding one keyword member set. If you type square bracket, it will show you the dimension names. Here I am taking d region. Where is the brand region? D brand region equal to, once you I want to run this calculation only for USA, suppose. So what happens with the USA, whatever the data set are there, that will be processed under this with this calculation. Okay, so here I am taking the member set D brand region USA. Let us validate this one. No errors found. Okay, let us save this logic. Okay, data action saved. Let us test this one. Okay, we go to the our report. To test this one, first we need to do some values we need to say, right? So here USA, suppose this is the USA region. Okay, what I am doing here, order quantity, I am updating order quantity. Okay, this is the planning application, right? This is the planning application. Let us go to edit. You can see variant order planning. This is okay. This is planning enabled. Sorry, this is the planning enabled model. So what I'm trying to do here I will apply some values. How can we input or how can we override the values here? Say suppose USA East, USA region I'm taking here. Okay. For USA region, let me update the values just by selecting this value. Only for 2009 I'm updating. Okay. For our testing, 560 is there, 600 I'm maintaining, and 750, 800, 850, 900, and 960. Another record is there. Let us take 1000. In USA record 2409. Okay, this one also let us keep it as 600. Okay, so these are the values I am overwriting. So this is how the planners will update their plan values in the planning template. This is the forecast version I'm overwriting, and this forecast version we know this is the public version. Okay, so directly I can overwrite these values here. What I'm trying to achieve, if I change this USA, and let me change one value for the UK also here. UK, suppose UK, I'm writing only one record here. Say suppose 2000 I'm overwriting here. Okay, 2000, and these records I have updated here. So these values are already saved in the private version. I mean in the buffer already these values are saved. Let us publish this data. Publish all data changes. Okay, I have published this data change. Okay, now we need to run our, oh, copy. It looks I didn't save that data action here. Okay, let me create the data action once again. Okay, the data action I have updated here by, I mean updated in the sense enhanced by including the member set, dbrand, region, USA. So this is the keyword we have used to add the scope into this script logic. So here once again I will add data action. To add the data action, go to the insert, starter, data action starter. Here data action, whatever the data actions you have added, those actions list it will show, and here you can see they calculate total order cost. I'm giving some test, recalculate total order cost. I'm giving description also. Okay, so this is total, recalculate total order cost. Target version, this is default parameter for any data action. We are making it as the prompt. Now what we are expecting here, if I run this data action, this should work only for the USA. This should run, this calculation should run only for the USA, not for the UK. UK values I have updated already. It is showing 186 000. It is showing. Okay, let me run this data action. Select your forecast. Okay, so see here your values have been updated. 750. All these values have been changed. Why it is not updated? This one also we have changed, right? 600, 750 we have changed. It is not showing like changed record. Okay. Okay, that's why any of the values are perfect, right? 600 into 100. What about this UK? Now UK, it didn't consider the UK into calculation. So that's what member set is. So this member set, defining this member set is very important in the script logic actually. This is like whether it is for uh, authorization mode, for the authorization to achieve the authorization issues, or of course to improve the performance also, we need to we need to add some scope to the script logic so that the system will fetch the required data set into the process, then apply whatever the logic you want to, that you can apply on that scoped data set. That's what is the member set. So member set, if you want to add one more member to this member set, just give UK, you can add UK and keep them in the bracket so that it will work only for the two members. Now it will work only for the two members, US and UK. Okay, like this you can define your member set. Okay, but here one more important thing is, generally if only based on the members only can we define the scope, or can we add some properties also into the scope? Say suppose this logic should apply only for particular type of car or type of variant or particular time period based on some filter. Here our scenario is here. What we are doing, our scenario, our planning scenario, our forecast is starting from 2409 onwards, right? This is what we are talking about. We copied the value from 2408 actual to the 2409. So and we class, I mean we forecasting the values from 2409 onwards to the next 6 months. That's what we are talking of, right? It means suppose 2409 is our forecast beginning period, and 2503 is our forecast ending period, suppose. Okay, so for every 6 months we need to we want to forecast our figures. That's what we are trying to do here. So what I am trying to do here, suppose our, I will enhance the time dimension to include one more planning scenario in our application. What I'm trying to do here, I go to this, save this one. Oh, there US and UK have given. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Now I go to the model. Let us go to the date dimension. If I go to the date dimension, we know it's what kind of dimension it is. Is it the system generated or user managed? This is the user managed, right? We have discussed of date dimension already, whether it is the system managed or user managed. So we made it as the user managed so that we can add some we can add user properties. That's what we have done previously, right? Here we have maintained beginning period and ending period. You remember these two properties we have managed or we have added these two properties in our previous scenarios. So when we maintain the date dimension as the user manage, that time I have added beginning period and ending period. This is always we use like what period our forecast starts and what period our forecast ends. That's what we define here. What I am doing here, beginning period, now I will define here 2409 is my beginning period. Okay. 2409. What I'm doing, I just give X flag I'm maintaining here. And 2506, 25003, sorry. 2503 is our ending period. So I'm updating the properties here, right? Why I'm updating these two properties? Because I want to filter the time period based on these property values. If I call, okay, time dot beginning period, if it is equal to x, then system will fetch 2409, and 2 time dot ending period is equal to x, then up to 2503 the system will fetch the data, I mean time members into my scope. That's what I am trying to achieve from this changes. Let me change this date dimension. We have updated here. Okay. Now let us go back. Okay, date dimension I have updated. Where is my script? Let us go to the script. To go to the script, data action, open your data action. Here you are seeing our script. Now I want to add the time filter. Actually it's nothing but filtering. Okay, whatever the scope we want to define, that is nothing but filter, we can say. Now I want to filter the time based on the beginning period and ending period. That's what we are trying to achieve here. Okay. Okay, so here we maintain beginning period and ending period. uh, but let me change this design. Instead of maintaining the properties in the date dimension, what I'm going to do, I will do the some change here. Okay. Version, yeah, this is the version dimension. Okay, right. So here I maintain the properties like beginning and ending. Say suppose this is the forecast, right? So I will create properties. We know the property creation, everything for the dimension, right? So I'm giving just beginning. This is the test one property I have maintained, and I create one more property, ending. So beginning and ending, two properties I have maintained. Now I will tell to the system that in version, this forecast version starts from 2024-09 and it ends 2025-03. I'm telling to the system. Okay. So if I select my forecast beginning period and ending period, it has to read these two values. That's what I'm trying to do here. Let us save this change. So 6 periods we are doing the forecast. Now let us go to our script. Where is the script? Report. Okay. Let us go to the data action. Select this data action script. Okay, this is what we have done, right? Previously we are running for USA only. Let me keep USA itself here. I don't want to run for two members. Just I'm restricting this USA. And here, now let us use that property. Okay, here we are trying to understand how to call the property into our scope of this script, right? We are trying to define the scope based on the property. So here again, I will take the member set. Here I am taking the date dimension. See, in the version dimension, actually we have defined the date as the property values. right? Beginning and ending. This 2024-09 and 2025-03 both are date values. So I want to call these property values and I will map to the date dimension here in the script. Here, date dimension I am defining. Okay, I want to define the range of that date. How I am doing? Date version. In version, we have defined property beginning. Beginning. Here is you can use a keyword to. So we are defining the range, and again ending. Let us go to the ending. If you keep the dot here, then it will highlight all the required property, all the available properties. If you maintain the dot here, it will call the required, available properties from this dimension. So I'm keeping the ending. So what I'm trying to do here now, my date dimension, I'm defining the range here between this beginning and ending. If I select the version, if I select the version forecast, right? For every date dimension, for every data action, there is a standard parameter. If you go here, parameter, see this is the standard. You can edit it. You can edit. You can edit whatever the version you want to select, whether you want to select it dynamically or you want to maintain some default member, you can maintain it. But the version dimension selection is mandatory in any data action. So once you select the version dimension, that will come here. Already D version we are using here. It will go and check its beginning property of the forecast version. It will pick that date value, and here also it will pick the date value. So we are defining the date range here, right? So now my data logic, whatever the result lookup and entire logic here we have written all the calculation logic, right? This calculation happens for this scope. It will work only for this scope. That's what we are trying to achieve here. Let us validate. Hmm. Line 70. Member set. Oh, sorry. This is the issue. Yeah. Sorry, it should be in the double quote, right? So, yeah. So here, this is what we have done here. Okay. And shall we test this one? Okay, we go and test this logic. Uh, I do one more enhancement here before testing. What I do enhancement here, this region I have hard coded to the USA. This is not the best practice, right? Unless it is sure to execute only for particular member, we need to maintain dynamically these values. Dynamically, in the sense the variable will come into our mind. So instead of using the USA here, let us maintain a variable so that what happens, the USA planner he will run this logic to the only USA, and if the UK planner will access this logic, they can run only for the UK, and for other India also they can run for their own entity. Like that, let us define this one. So to define this, to make it as variable, we need to call the parameter, right? We need to define the parameter here. So here what I'm trying to do, here you see the parameters, right? Now we are starting to use these parameters. Go to the parameter. Here you see the create parameter. Go parameter. Here the default here id I'm giving what we are saying trying to select region. Yeah, region. We are trying to select the region, giving the region measure and dimension. I'm selecting the brand region. Cardinality, I want to run it for single cardinality. I mean single selection always. It should not be the multiple. That's why I'm taking it as the single. Input is dynamic. Yes. Name for prompt. Select prompt. Select region. Let us select region. Details for prompt. Let us keep it as is. Done. So one more prompt is there. Let me change it. Region. What I do, I make it is like this. P region I will make it because so that we can understand this is the parameter, right? So I'm making it as P underscore region ID. Okay, that's fine. Now go to this member set D brand region. What I'm doing here, once you open this one, so it is showing you P region. Just I have keyed in percentile symbol, so it is showing you variable option. This is what variable we have defined, right? P underscore region is our parameter. That's what here I'm calling into this script logic. So see how I have enhanced the script. First region we have member set D region we run only for the USA, and now we are making it as a variable but after defining the parameter. After defining the parameter here for the brand region, we made it as the single so that the system will, so that we can select only one single member for that region. And then once you click on this tab, it will open our script editor. Here we called our variable by just simply typing in. Once you type the percentile symbol, it will call all the available variables or parameters. We assigned our parameter to this region. And the date, this is a very important scoping of the date dimension because always we define our version, whether it is forecast or budget, we fix these forecast versions and budgets for the specific time frame. Some cases forecast version for 12 periods, some cases forecast version for 15 periods or 18 periods, like that we define. In our case, we are taking small data set for our learning purpose. So I have maintained only 6 periods, and I'm calling those 6 periods by defining the p beginning and property beginning and property ending from the version dimension. This is how I defined our script logic. Let us validate. No errors so far. Let us save this one. Okay, let us save this one. We have saved this one. Now time to run and test this logic script. I mean formula script. This is keep on saying logic script. Okay, go to the report. This is our data action. See now previously it used to show only the target version. Now it is showing the region also. Our data action starter also changed now. It is showing select region prompt mode it is, right? So here I'm selecting USA suppose. Okay. Forecast version. The data action finished running on version forecast. Of course, values not changed. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm repeating the same step previously what we have done here, like just change the data here so that we can test it properly, right? 2024-09, I'm making it as 700. Suppose just one record only I'm changing. That's fine. 700 has been saved. And I will go with 2412 up to 2412 only here. Let me take the value. Some other value also I will take into filter by member. 24 only we are showing. 25 Q1 should be in our scope. 25 Q1 should be in our scope. And oh, up to 25 1 only we have data here. Up to 2502 only we have data. That's why the values are showing here. Okay, I will update the table. I will update the data for the other periods also. Or I go with previous period. Okay. What I do, I think 2408 values are not here, but it will allow us to change. Okay, first let us test how our variable is working. Okay. So 700 I have changed. Only one record I have changed. So far unit cost is 100. I am expecting 700. Yeah, 70,000 I am expecting. 70K I am expecting. So let me run it. Yes, I am running. So our values are working fine here, right? So variable is working fine here. Now we need to test time. Time to test the time. Actually, we need to change our actual. So that is not the good. That is not the good scenario to change the actuals or previous periods date. So even I have taken the value. Okay. Okay, I will show you after updating some data for the other periods. Some future periods. I will show you whether this logic is working for the uh, out of the time range periods, whether the logic is working, or within the time range whether this logic is working. I will show you in the upcoming video because I have to upload some set of data into this model. Okay. Yeah, thank you for watching. I will come up with more scenarios in the script logic and the other planning scenarios in my upcoming videos. Thank you once again. Thank you for watching. Bye.